Hello, this is Maria from Maria's Way of Life. Welcome back to my classroom. Okay, so today I am going to get started with a Mother's Day activity. If you've been following me, you know that I'm doing a canvas painting. And if you haven't, what they have been doing is a directive drawing and they will transfer it on with a carbon copy to a canvas today. So they're gonna choose their best out of 3 drawings and we'll go from there. I will try and vlog during the process. If not, they are my priorities. So I might just check in with you after school and show you what we have accomplished today. I did have an IEP this morning and I wasn't here for most of the morning. It is currently lunchtime, so I'm pretty sure the students are not, they just react different with their routine changes. So hopefully there's not a lot of behavior, but we're gonna try and work as best as possible. Now, I have been up really early in the morning because I wanted to upload a video on Teacher Appreciation Day and what I do with my daughter. So not only that, I just couldn't sleep. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was up since 1 a.m. but I'm still pumped and I'm so excited to be here. I don't know why. It's a Monday. I promise you I didn't have any pre-workout or anything like that. I did go to the gym, which is a plus. I don't know. I'll check in with you later. Okay, I have to say I'm so excited because my mainstream students were here and I actually got the opportunity to work with them. Usually the one-on-one works with them, but I thought it would be important for me to work with them for this Mother's Day project. And they did an awesome job, as well as I pulled 5 additional students of mine to work at the back table. So as soon as my mainstream students left, then I called 5, and that's what I'm gonna show you right now. It went really well. I'm gonna try and insert a clip where I actually clipped their drawing, then the carbon copy, then right behind that the canvas. So let me show you what they look like. They did an amazing job. I was scared that they wouldn't trace certain parts. Now I recall that when I did it with 4th grade, I think I asked them to trace with a blue pen. That way they kind of knew what parts they had traced and what parts they didn't. But they actually did an amazing job. And I was a little worried. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't have to like go over it with white paint or whatever, because you can still fix it. But I really didn't want to. So let me show you what they have done. Okay, so before I send them out to recess, I asked them to take out the carbon copy. And this is their actual canvas, as you can tell. And included in these drawings are also my mainstream students. Look how cute the baby and the mommy. The flowers, look at this tulips and sunflowers. So they had an opportunity to do, I think, a total of 6 directive drawings, and they chose whichever one they wanted. And I just think they're adorable. This is a bouquet of flowers, another sunflower, and another sunflower here. I think they did amazing. Now they do have, I don't think this one has this, so let me show you. They do have a space in the back where I'm gonna have them write a title and then their name, and then they're going to put acrylic paint here because that's what we're using, and then they're gonna sign and date it as well. So I think that is super important. I really am excited. Now let me tell you the time frame. So with my mainstream students, it took me a total of 15 to 20 minutes with the help of the one-on-one that comes in with them. Then with my own students, let me see, I want to say it took me a total of 20 minutes to work with 5 students, but that's because I was struggling opening the canvases. So when you order from Amazon, I should have shown you that. My husband brought them in and I was unwrapping them here. They actually come individually wrapped, and I'm assuming so that they won't get damaged. So you see that shiny part? That took me forever, and the students were trying to help me, but that I want to say took us like at least 6 minutes to get through that. And then the other part that took us some time was adding the clips, because they weren't able to help me as much. They just didn't have that that motor skill to help me. So it was hard. Some of them were able to do it just fine, but at least 3 of them I had to help, and they were waiting on me mostly. But the tracing part, I want to say it took them like 5 to 7 minutes and they were done. So I thought it would take them longer. I think I'm going to be able to get through all my class today. So as they're doing that, I did teach a mini math lesson They went and as a whole class finished the math lesson or a worksheet that is attached to them through the Go Math program. Then I asked them if they were done. They are able to do I'm finished now what. When they come back, they will actually finish whatever they were doing before, because some of them are not done with math. So give them about 10-15 minutes, and then they will be allowed to go into the Lexia program, which is a language arts program that is specific to their learning needs. So that's the plan right now. I'm gonna breathe, I'm gonna take a break. I need to run to the office. I'll check in with you later. Enjoy my beautiful self. Hello, welcome back to my classroom. I don't think I've actually vlogged at all today, except for like small clips here and there that you probably already saw before this clip. Right before this one, you were seeing me actually putting ribbons on their artwork. And talk about multitasking. Wow, I'm working with this group right here, which they're still painting, and then I actually added a small group. Okay, I can't point to it right there, and they're painting as well. So I have a total of 6 students painting right here, or at the time, but I couldn't have them all at the back table because they need space. They're doing really, really well. I am tired, not exhausted yet, but I'm feeling it. As I was standing here trying to monitor the group that is painting, and that means like making sure their water is changed, that they are drying their brushes, that they're not using too much paint, that they're using the paint wisely, that if they need additional color, or that I need to refill their color on the plate, getting napkins for them, like really catering to the group, which they can do. But I don't want to run a risk of them getting up and out of their seat and then having the risk of that water falling on their paint. I think that's my biggest concern. And I think that's where an easel will be perfect for this activity, just in case anything falls. And I don't think we run that risk. I did check them out. I probably could have gotten maybe 2 for a really good price with coupons at Michael's, but I really didn't. Maybe I'll invest in that next year, since I do want to continue doing this activity. Let me talk a little bit about my eyebrow, because I'm sure you can't stop staring at it. Today's Teacher Appreciation Day, and I was pulled into the faculty room, the faculty lounge from a PTO parent, and she said, come in and check it out. We decorated, and thankfully she was able to help. I wanted to do something where we celebrated as a whole staff, not just Teacher Appreciation, because we have had Principals Day and Cafeteria Workers Day and all of this, and I just thought like just joining together would be fun. So that idea came true with the help of our amazing PTO president and a collaboration of 2 other teachers. I did the minimal, like it was my idea, and then it just exploded out of proportion, and it was beautiful. What was I saying? Oh, unibrow. And she had these beautiful things in a beautiful backdrop, very folkloric and Mexican, if for me to call it something, because that's how I felt, like I was back in my country. So when I walked in there, I saw the accessories and headbands that she had for the picture area, and she had a backdrop going on. And so we took a picture, and I put this crown on, this floral crown, and it's just beautiful. And she said, "Hey, Frida," and I'm like, "Yeah, huh, that's cute." She's like, "Do you want me to draw an eyebrow?" And I'm like, "No, no, girl, no." She's like, "Oh, come on, let's draw an eyebrow." So that's how I have an eyebrow, a uni eyebrow. That's how that came about, and I think it's fun. The kids really enjoyed it. I actually read a book on Frida Kahlo, and since we are doing paintings, it was perfect. Did I plan it out? No. But it was beautiful how I added literacy to this. And I mean, within art, there's all sorts of standards that you can put it, especially in mathematics, because I always think everything math, symmetry, lines, angles, that, I mean, there's no way you can go wrong with doing paintings like this and saying that it cannot be integrated to your daily with your daily lessons. It's just something really cool. And now we integrated art and then now literacy. So it's really cool. We've been enjoying it. They've been doing an amazing job. I really thought that I was going to have to support them a lot more than I am. They are going for it. They don't have a lot of paint in their plates, and they are working with it. They're like, "Oh, but I wanted a different color." I'm like, "Baby, this is your challenge. It's a STEM challenge. Your challenge is for you to use these 4 colors however you want, but they must only be those colors. I cannot give you more. That's your challenge." And they're like, "Oh, how cool." So they see it as a positive thing, and they're excited for it. So there's some more back here. Let me go ahead and show you what I have so far. As I was putting that ribbon, I also had students come up to me and read me their memory for April for their memory book. They're writing a paragraph. And I had the first student come up to me within the first 10 minutes of writing. And I seriously looked at him and said, "Hey, you need to go back. I do not want to see that you didn't do a full paragraph. It is not okay that you are doing the minimum just because I'm really busy." And he looked at me, he said, "Can I read it to you?" And I said, "Of course, baby, but I just want to let you know that I expect better of you." He had the best, wonderful paragraph ever. And he was one of my struggling writers. I was just in shock. For the most part, they were done with their paragraphs within 15 minutes. And I thought it was going to take them, I'm not kidding, like 45 minutes to an hour, because that's what it used to take them when I used to let them go independent all the way with now my support at all, with no scaffolding, with no pre-writing, nothing. It's just so beautiful how they're able to do that, and I feel really bad. I actually apologized to him because I was like, it was that one teacher moment, and sometimes you just have to accept it, and you have to turn around and say, "I'm sorry, baby. I apologize for, I was rude. I was rude, and I just didn't realize that you had this most amazing paragraph, and I didn't give you that chance." He said, "Oh, Mrs. Hernandez, I know, because I've come a long way." It was the best teacher gift I could ever receive. What can I say? It was the best ever. And so that pumped me again. I was a little bit sad because I didn't get to have lunch with my team because I had worked so hard. But I didn't get to have lunch with them, so that was a little disappointing, to be honest. I was expecting for us to take pictures with the backdrop, and it didn't happen. But you know what? It's okay. These kids make up for everything. You will never be bored in a classroom, and you will never, ever be relaxed either. So if you are thinking of doing this, come along to the journey. You won't regret it. Believe me, I know I sound crazy, and for the most part, I look crazy, but everything's all good. I'm going to call it a day for today because I do not want to exhaust myself more than I have already. I want to go home right after school so that I may pick up my daughter and then just relax with them. I do have a field trip on Friday, and I do not want to exhaust myself even more so. I want to be able to be ready to go. It is only Tuesday and I do feel like I've accomplished a lot. But when that happens, I also overwork myself, and then I get to the point where I need to breathe and it is too much for me. So I, little by little, and actually planning and writing down notes and journaling and my happy planners, I have realized that that's the moment where I need to stop and breathe and relax, because when I'm in a roll, I keep going and going until my body can't handle it anymore. So this is the time I'm going to call it. I am going to end my vlog right now. I want to thank you before I leave for those of you that have subscribed to my channel. If you haven't, please consider so. You're going to miss out on craziness and we don't want to do that. So if you've been with me, you know what I'm going to say. Your fidelity means the world to me. Thank you guys. Take care and God bless.